Hello everyone, Zane here and welcome back to my new player's beginner's guide in Final Fantasy XIV. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how the limit break system works, or LB for short. Before we continue with this video, if you like what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more Final Fantasy XIV content and join the First Brood. Now back to the video. So in Final Fantasy games, we have a very powerful ability called limit breaks, or LB for short if you're short on time. So if someone is saying LB in the chat, it mostly means limit break. Alright, in Final Fantasy XIV we have three different limit breaks: grade 1, grade 2, and grade 3. To more explain it a little bit better, go into the active help section of the systems in the main menu under battle and look up limit break. Limit breaks are powerful actions which only are available to parties of 4 or more members. The actions can be executed when the party's limit gauge is full. The gauge is located above the party. As you can see, the party list on the left. The limit gauge will slowly fill as battle progresses, while certain actions of heroism, such as curing an ally before death, preventing an enemy's ability, which silence or stun, will cause the gauge to rise quicker. If you have multiple jobs in the party, the gauge will rise slowly, so less than usual. The limit break trigger is located in the Actions and Traits menu under General in the Set to Your hotbar for easy access. There are 5 different types of limit breaks: single target, which is for melees; range, which is a single line AoE; casters have a area of effect AoE or giant circle; healers and tanks are a little bit different. Tanks do massive defensive buff, while healers heal and with level 3 can resurrect, as well as heal your MP. Limit gauge length varies depending on party size and battle type. The more party members you have, and the more difficult the foe you face, the more options you will have. So if you have a party of 4, you only have 1 limit break bar. When you go into a fight of a dungeon, you'll gain 2. Alright. During 8-man and 24-man raid, when you are going against an enemy or a boss, you will get 3. If someone disconnects and then goes offline, you will lose 1 bar and go down to 2. If said person comes back, then the third limit gauge bar will come back and then you will lose the whole thing. So if someone disconnects and goes offline, use the LB immediately. Alright, in certain situations, a tank LB is necessary because the damage is too great for mitigation of normal means to survive it. Such as when you did Alexander back in the day at Heaven's Ward, you had to use a tank LB during his Holy Judgment or you've been wiped completely. Alright, but it never should be used outside of Ultimate and certain savage situations. Using it anywhere else is a waste. Healer LBs should be used when the party is basically almost going to wipe, and the healer is the only one left, because of the revive that it grants with the MP restoration as well. So when it comes down to it, melees should always be the first one to limit break. Then I think it's range, then casters, or it might be casters and range, I don't remember. And if there's no melees, then you guys decide between caster or range depending on the situation. But melees should always be the one to limit break. Alright, so in order for me to basically demonstrate these limit breaks, we're going to have to go into a dungeon through Explorer mode. Basically allows you to go into a dungeon only, and you basically can do screenshots with limit breaks or just want to explore the dungeon itself. So under the duty finder, go to the gear icon up above, and then you click on Explorer mode. Right now we only can go into Shadowbringer's dungeons and level 70 from Stormblood. Alright guys, so here we are in the Pagalthon dungeon. Now in Explorer mode, you can explore the dungeon's scenery, read any kind of text or files that are inside the dungeon, or even take screenshots with your limit breaks. So here we have limit break 1, 2, and 3, and the ability to summon a striking dummy, since melees do need a target. So here we have LB 1, 2, and 3, and it explains the area of effect of each limit break. Tanks have a area effect of 50 yalms, which is the distance. Melees have to be in melee range. Range has a 30 yalm range, or the line AoE. Casters have 8 yalms, 10 yalms, and 15 yalms respectively for each limit break. They can be a little bit blinding, so be very careful. And healers have a 30 yalm range. Now for healers, if target is not weakened at the time of the raise, the target will be restored in a non-weakened state. If target is weakened at the time of raise, the weakness counter will reset. So keep that in mind. Alright, so for tanks, our first LB is the shield wall. 2 is stronghold. And 3 will be for each individual tanks will have their own animation. So Gunbreaker looks like this. Erects a giant shield around the party. Alright, so for healers, we have Healing Wind, Breath of the Earth, and then they have their own animation as well, called Pure of Life for White Mage. Alright, so now we go into the DPS. Melees will have Braver, Blade Dance, and Dragoon has the Dragon Song Dive. Alright, now for the casters, I'm going to be doing this on my summoner. Alright, we summon the dummy. So, LB1 is going to be Sky Shard. LB2 has Starstorm. As you can see, the AoE is a hell of a lot bigger. And for summoners, we get a giant AoE called Terra Flare, which is Bahamut's favorite ability. And as you can see, it can blind you. Alright, so now we can go to the range. So I'm going to go on Dancer for this. There we go. Alright, so Limit Break 1 has Big Shot. Pull out a gun or a crossbow. Number 2 is Desperado. Brings out 2. And for Dancer, we have Crimson Lotus. Which I think is the prettiest one of all. Alright, so those are the different limit breaks that you can use. Unfortunately, Blue Mage does not have a limit break in the normal sense. Blue Mage's limit break is their final Sting buff combo, which is the best thing you're going to get for Blue Mage. Alright, so like I said, melees should always be using the limit breaks all the time, and then it goes to the casters and the range. Tanks, special situations only, and healers are your oh crap moments if everyone's about to die. Alright guys, so if you want me to do a limit break showcase, I'd be more than happy to do that, even though Final Fantasy XIV already has a limit break showcase that they personally put out on YouTube. But if you guys want to see it, I can more than happy to show you guys every single limit break. Alright, so guys, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you found this useful. Any comments, questions, and or concerns, please put them in the comment section down below. I'd be more than happy to help you guys out with any questions you might have. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new for more Final Fantasy XIV content and join the First Brood. And as a reminder, make sure you hit that notification bell next to my subscribe button. It's where you guys will never miss an upload. So until next time, may you forever walk in the glorious light of Lord Bahamut. Take care, guys.